Hey troops, it's Fury 719 out of Colorado Springs. We're going to be finishing up our semi-rebuild of this 2000 Jeep Cherokee. It's a second owner. Not a whole lot of off-roading done to it, just a lot of daily driving. Has a hair over 250,000 miles on it. One thing I noticed while trying to fix all the oil leaks, it was absolutely nasty. As you can see, I mean, it's just coated. So it's one of those things, you fix one thing and find another thing wrong, and so on and so forth. So I figured, well, with the amount of miles on it and the original head gasket, let's just go ahead and pull it, see what happens. So we're going to be finishing that up hopefully today. I already started to go through all the holes with a gun cleaning brush by hand, gently going through it. One thing I did notice on the back, we did have some rust buildup, and actually between cylinders, let's see here, 1 and 2, it was starting to kind of leak in between. Had some rust. Of course, I already cleaned it off. On this one, I'm just using a razor blade scraper to kind of speed things up. On the back here, do have some remnants of existing head gasket, which has been a pain to get off. So just an old trick that's always worked for me. Put on some acetone, let it sit for a little bit, and keep on scraping. Usually does the trick. I'm not in any hurry, so just taking my time with that. The other thing too, had the head pulled off and sent down to the machine shop to Geets. And sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but him and his group, they really did a bang up job. Went through the valves for me, did a valve job. So they really do good work. Very impressed. And the turnaround was very reasonable, and the pricing was even better. So with that, we have our our rockers. Everything's labeled. I'm going to clean those up and go through those. The injectors I'm probably going to send up to there's a guy, Mr. Injector, up in Idaho, I believe. I'm going to send those off, have him go through it. But as you can see, this has been a long, tedious process, but definitely want to make sure it's done right. We've got our new lifters. They've been soaking in oil for the past couple of days. Intake manifold, same thing, took it to the machine shop. They tossed it in their engine washer. Since I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time cleaning it by hand, just asked them to throw it in this washer, and it turned out really, really nice. So with that, hand clean the rest of it later if we need to, wipe off everything. The other thing too is it had some suspension issues, so put some new bushings in, and of course the videos I took of that, accidentally deleted those. That's okay. We do have some core 4x4 upper and lower control arms coming next week, so I'll make a video on what we need to do to perform that installation. So with that, there's that project. Hopefully that will be done by next week, and then we'll get on to this one, finish this one up. The goal with this is to be done by the end of this year. This is actually an 87, completely torn down. It's right now sporting a 4BT Cummins, and yeah, definitely have more videos on this later to come.